We are very pleased to have with us today Spencer Hope. Come on up, Spencer. Spencer is someone who has dedicated his life to being a positive force in our society. He's taught elementary school, high school, and university before spending 21 years working for the government. He's an accomplished artist, a member of the Community Residents North Kingston group, focused on raising money for a skateboard park and providing children with a wonderful recreational opportunity. And in his own words, we have so much to give back, so much to give for the children and for the future. And I'd like to call on Spencer to tell you a little bit more about his story.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. It's an extreme pleasure to be here with you today and to be able to celebrate the community because of you. As Denise said, I had the unfortunate situation of tearing an aorta 18 months ago on the ice at the Invista Center. But if I look at it positively, it has given me the opportunity to find out what caring is all about and how it takes place in the city of Kingston. And truly, I feel as though I've been provided with an unbelievable opportunity to understand what might be called a culture of care. You may not know my situation. I'll talk about it just for a couple of minutes. 18 months ago, I was on the ice at the Invista Center, going up on the wing and waiting for a pass from my centerman at Dennis Doherty. And I experienced an unbelievable pain, which was totally foreign to me. I've never experienced anything like that. And I said to Dennis, I'm really hurt. I don't remember anything after that, probably for at least 6, 7, 8 weeks. And even for the remaining time in the ICU, which was 2 months, I remember very, very little. But there's one situation that took place which I want to bring to your attention, which I think reveals and indicates the kind of care that we get in our hospitals. After being in there and on full life supports for approximately 6 weeks, I became increasingly aware of what was going on around me. And it was evident after a while that there were 2 nurses in particular that came to my bed every morning at 7 o'clock. And it didn't have anything to do with what hall or what floors they were on. And they would say, Spencer, get up, you're going to walk. And they would walk me. And that's the kind of care. They didn't have to. As I said, they were working on different floors. Tragically, I don't even remember the names. I remember very, very little about what happened, even for the first 2 months and even going into the 3rd month. I didn't know really where I was. As an example, when I was in St. Mary's, some fellows came to play the guitar and the banjo. And there was one of the players was a hockey friend of mine. Ron came over after, asked me how I was, and I said, Ron, what are you doing here? And this was 2 weeks before I left St. Mary's. He said, what do you mean, Spen? I said, well, you're in Peterborough. Why are you in Peterborough? I simply say that to indicate the extent of the damage, how long it took me, but you know what? I learned a lot. And as I indicated before, there is a strong culture of care in this city. And I thank you for it. And I thank the donors that made it possible for me to receive the quality of the service that I did receive as a consequence of that injury. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
I first had the opportunity to meet Spencer probably almost a year ago when he called and said, I'm finally feeling well enough to have visitors. I'd like you to come and see me. I want to give some money back to the hospital. So